Good evening and welcome to Fir Park, where Scotland's under-21 side continue their Euro 2025 qualifying campaign against Malta. The second of a double-header this international window for Scott Gemmell's side, and they'll be looking to build on that 3-1 win over Hungary here on Friday night. Before we get underway, let's hear from one of the key performers in that game. Kieran Bowie scored twice. He's been speaking to the Scottish FA.
Kieran, just one place to start, your two goals this evening. Talk me through the first one to start with.
I just received the ball off Leon, turn, there's no one in front of me, I just start running, keep running. Doxey drags one of the defenders away, I just run right through the middle and slot it in the corner with a tidy little finish.
First half we seemed to create lots of different chances, lots of exciting play. Was it good playing with the likes of Ben and Josh Mulligan?
It's good to play with these quality players. I play with them on a week in, week out basis at my club, but it's good to change it up and see what other players are like as well.
And the first goal was all about running and technique. The second goal was a good run, late run into the box and a good header. Talk me through that one as well.
Yeah, just close your eyes and head it and hope it goes in.
We were chatting off camera, you've got two twins, is it daughters, and was it one goal for each dedicated?
Yeah, Richie said that at half time, and I guess you can say that. I was just trying to do my best to score goals.
Hungary are a team ranked quite closely to us, very important after a close defeat in Spain to get back up to winning ways tonight.
Definitely, obviously winning and getting the 3 points is the main thing, and we've done that today and hopefully we can carry that on and do it again Tuesday.
As you say, Malta next up, important that we can take the momentum from tonight and take it into Tuesday?
Yeah, definitely. Momentum's a big thing in football, even players themselves. Scoring goals, confidence, it's flowing through the team, so yeah, I'd take that on to Tuesday.
Well played tonight, Kieran.
Thank you very much, cheers.
Well, that was the national anthem of Malta, now followed by the national anthem of Scotland. Well, the campaign opened with a strong showing against Spain. That unfortunately ended in a 1-0 defeat, but that one against Hungary last week is hopefully a sign of things to come. I'm Andrew McLean, delighted to say I'm joined by a man with plenty of Scotland under-21 caps. Chris Cadden, a game you're looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, they're looking forward to it. I think, obviously after Friday night, I think coming in here, Yeah, hopefully they just want to kick on and get 6 points out this international league. I think Scott Gemmill would have looked at these first 2 home games as well and hoping to get maximum points. So fingers crossed, get a Scotland win tonight.
Well, let's take a look at the lineups for Scotland. 3 changes. Ben Doak has dropped out of the squad with a slight injury issue. Max Johnson, well, he's been called up to the senior squad, and Ivan Bowen is on the bench tonight. In come Lewis Nielsen, Ben McPherson and Alex Lowry. A good chance for those 3 players to show Scott Gemmill what they're capable of.
Yeah, absolutely, of course, and as well with Matt Johnson getting called up to the first team, it just shows that Steve Clarke does take these games seriously, and he does show that when you play well for Under-21s, there's a real chance where you can get called up to the A squad, which is great. So yeah, it just gives the boys extra motivation.
And coming up against a Malta side who haven't had a great start to things in qualifying so far. A 6-0 defeat to Spain in September, a 3-0 defeat to Hungary in September, and it was a 2-0 defeat to Belgium on Friday, but probably one of their better showings in recent qualifying campaigns. Their manager saying that maybe they were a bit disappointed with the result because he liked what he saw from his team on that night. Scott Gemmill's side will certainly be looking to make it 4 defeats in a row for Malta, but just before kick-off we will be taking a minute's silence in reflection after the terrorist attack that happened in Belgium.
And Israel.
Impeccably observed by the crowd that are here to see hopefully the stars of the future for Scotland, and these fans, many young fans as well, a great opportunity for them to have a look at the conveyor belt of talent in Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a few boys here playing at the top level in the country as well, and a few boys that a few of the fans won't have seen before. So yeah, me personally as well, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're like in action, and yeah, seeing what the young talents have got.
Well, our officials tonight from Romania, the referee Marcel Dursan, just making sure everything is ready and good to go, with Alex Lowry standing over the ball and ready to go. Scotland going with that back 3 again, as they have in their last couple of appearances. Fared well, and it was a fantastic start last time out against Hungary as well. Took less than 90 seconds for Scotland to take the lead over Hungary, and Chris, this side will be looking for a similarly good start tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can wish for a better start the other night, but I think this might be a different game. I think Malta will sit and try to frustrate. I mean, apparently, I think they're good at it. I was speaking to the manager before, Scott Gemmill, and he says that they were, as they go down the right.
Yeah, possibly an early chance here for Scotland to get the ball into the box. It was Ben McPherson that was striding down that right side, but he has won an early corner, and Scotland will look to put on the pressure.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think they were playing Belgium the other day, and I don't think Belgium scored to the 75th minute, so they'll be here, they'll be looking to frustrate and spoil all night, really.
Well, that certainly will be the game plan of the Maltese visitors. As I say, yet to get any points in this group. Scotland did get all 3 on Friday night. Referee just wanting a word with a couple of the players. Liam Morrison involved before this corner makes its way into the box. It will be Connor Barron to deliver. Plenty of options in there, but it is easily cleared by the visitors. No danger for Scotland, and Kieran Slicker has decided to come a long way out into the Malta half and not taking any chances, blootering that ball into the stand. Quick off his line there, Kieran Slicker.
Yeah, do you know what, I don't mind it. It's, but he did the right thing, to be honest. You don't want to mess about it's a goalkeeper. I think he crossed his own into another half there, so did the right thing just getting rid of it.
There's a goalkeeper that is comfortable with the ball at his feet. Kieran Slicker came through the academy at Manchester City before that summer move to Ipswich. Elul with the throw, and there was a foul in there on Leon King. Liam Morrison wearing the captain's armband once again tonight. Over to Lewis Nielsen, preferred to Iban Bowett. It was a strong showing from the back three on Friday night. We're hoping they won't be tested too much in this game. Malta yet to even score in their opening 3 games, as Ben McPherson just deflects that one out of play. But maybe a game for these defenders where it's a test of their ability on the ball and also their concentration levels, Chris.
Yeah, I think so. I think as well what's key tonight, I think to be patient. Don't try and force things, don't try and win the game within the first 10-15 minutes. I think be patient, keep the ball as much as possible and sort of tire Malta out, because I imagine we will have majority of possession with the quality we've got in the middle of the park and as well with the back three.
Throw in on the far side is headed down by Vesely, and Malta can look to make their way into the box. It's good play. The referee just telling Bondon to get up there. He wasn't having any of it.
Yeah, I think he went down a little bit too easy there.
The first foray into Scotland penalty area for Malta. And now it goes all the way back to Jake Vassallo. Hello, back to Vassallo. He'll look to drive forward, is clipped by Alex Lowry. Holds his hands up in frustration. Just a second under-21 appearance for Alex Lowry, but he has impressed in recent weeks in his loan spell at Hearts.
Yeah, he's obviously a man with a big reputation at Rangers, and he's really highly thought of, and to get a loan move to Hearts as well, he seemed to have been kicking on there as well, so it'll be interesting to see him tonight.
You maybe thought, looking at the starting 11, that Kieran Bowie, who had played on the left on Friday night, would maybe occupy a central area, but seems he's out on the left again, and Alex Lowry, who's now drifted to the right, is maybe playing more centrally. But it will be a fluid attack for Scotland, as it was the other night, and they'll get another chance to deliver this into the Malta box. Without Ben Doak, of course, a lot of talk about him and the impact he's made at Liverpool already, but the players on the pitch will be wanting to make a name for themselves, as Kieran Bowie did on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the next man up, as you say. I know Ben Doak leaves a bit of quality, but
the delivery from Barron, it was low, it was flat, just over the head of Jeremiah Mullen.
Yeah, as you say, Ben Doak will be a big miss tonight for Scotland. I've seen highlights of the game the other night, and he looked a real threat. He was playing through the middle and to win the penalty and to score the penalty as well. So you hear a lot of big things about him, but yeah, it'll be a big miss tonight. But as you say, with Lowry coming in, hopefully he can be the difference as well.
Leon King with a block, as Matthew Elliott looked to clear that one up the park. Get a second attempt to throw this one in. Well won by Barron. Lovely turn by Connor Barron as well. Lowry. Just crowded out Lowry. Connor Barron puts it out for a Malta throw. Bondon hooks that one clear, and Liam Morrison wins the header, taken down by Ben McPherson, but he's caught in possession. McPherson, a chance for Malta here, but that shot was dragged way wide by Andrea Zammit, and it's easily collected. But those are the warning signs. If you switch off, these Malta players will look to try and drive at Scotland when they get the opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll just be looking to capitalise on their mistakes. That's what their game plan will be. As I said, they'll just want to be straight, and I think they'll need to be ruthless tonight as well, Malta.
Nielsen. He's looking for the free kick. Nielsen won't get it. A chance to get a shot away here, and it's straight into the arms of Kieran Slicker from Mattia Vesely. Once again, Malta showing that they're maybe not here just to sit back. Nielsen goes long towards Kieran Bowie, now taken down by Alex Lowry. McPherson. Mulligan has options, goes for goal himself, it's spilled, and it will be gathered at the second attempt by Hugo Sacco.
Yeah, that's better from Scotland, real direct play from Mulligan there. He did the right thing, shot far post, and I think it was the sort of Matthew Anderson just at the back post there. He just got the wrong side of the defender, but no, it was real good positive play.
Well, that was more like it from Scott Gemmell's side. And once again, on the ball, McPherson. Morrison back to Mullen.
Yeah, I think that's what Scotland have got to do just now. Just be patient, wait for the open. Don't force things. Don't be trying to go too long, too early. Just be patient, make them move, and just keep the ball as much as they can.
Well, Scotland defence showed on Friday night how comfortable they were with the ball at their feet, as Matthew Anderson thought about carrying it forward, but as you say, patience key for Scotland. Barron. McPherson back to Barron. McPherson just adjudged to have fouled his Maltese counterpart. Well, not quite the lightning start of Friday night, but that opening opportunity from Josh Mulligan is the only chance we've seen from Scotland. It was testing Hugo Sacco in the Malta net, as Alex Lowry provides the pressure, so does Kieran Bowie, forcing Sacco to go long. Barron finds Bowie. Here's Matthew Anderson. Tries to find Bowie again, but Matthew Ailil is in the right position. It'll be a Scotland throw. Matthew Anderson to take, who certainly was one of the players that impressed on Friday night on that left side. The same for Jeremiah Mullen, who goes long over the top for Josh Mulligan. It's pinpoint, almost perfect ball, but Josh Mulligan ends up fouling his man Jake Vassallo in the box. But it was a good idea from Jeremiah Mullen.
Yeah, it was good, really good ball. I actually think the Malta defender did really well there, just got his body across Mulligan there, but you know what, that's it, bit of quality forward, and just try to open that gap. But no, it was the Malta defender did really well there, and they were unlucky.
Sacco goes long, but the header's won by Matthew Anderson. Out for a Malta throw on this near side.
Yeah, I think especially with these two home games for the 21s, I know they had a tough start in Spain away. By all accounts, it was a really strong performance, but Scott Gemmell looking at these two home games and thinking if we can take maximum points for this, it would be a real good start to the campaign.
Lowry.
Not
Connor
sure.
Barron.
I thought it was a good tackle from me.
Yeah, decision made by the Romanian referee, but it looked soft.
Yeah, Barron's not too happy, and I can see why. It was, I think, clearly got the ball there, just a good tackle.
Ailil opts to go all the way back to Hugo Sacco. He's actually playing college football in America for the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. Lowry. Pass with the outside of his boot. It's Mulligan, and it's the save by Sacco. Once again, Josh Mulligan really trying to test Malta.
Yeah, he looks a threat there, Josh Mulligan. He was both feet there, cutting his left earlier on. He had a shot with his right, so he's clearly comfortable on both feet. So, yeah, if we can get him the ball, it looks a real threat.
Certainly one of the more experienced players at this level, Josh Mulligan. This is 10th under-21 cap. He's also played almost 70 times for Dundee.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him every time I've seen him play. Mulligan, he's been really good. He's really one of the bright spots for Dundee as well. So, yeah, he could be the real key man tonight, hopefully.
Barron out to Ben McPherson. Mullen goes all the way back to Slicker.
Yeah, I thought Malta would sit a little bit more deeper, but they are being brave. The strikers are right up on the centre halves and making Slicker kick there. So yeah, I think they're here to sort of frustrate, but their press is a lot higher than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, well, I suppose they don't have much to lose, this Malta side. 3 defeats means that they are already well out of it in terms of qualification, but maybe time for them to experiment, try a few new things. As Kieran Slicker goes long, Bowie attempts to win the header. Sako's ball is flicked on well. And Malta do have the numbers here, but the execution from Gianluca Schibera wasn't what he was looking for. Mulligan. McPherson supporting on that right side. Lowry, the first time pass. McPherson, ball across, makes its way to Anderson. Cut back for Bowie. Combination again. Ball comes in. Just not quite close enough to Josh Mulligan, but Scotland once again will have a chance from a corner.
Yeah, it's both really good balls from both wing backs here. Yeah, I think maybe if McPherson just got into the back post there, just got in front of his man, he might have had a chance. I see him put his hand up, so he maybe knows that. But it was a good ball for him initially to start the attack, and good patient play sort of down the left hand side.
Both products of the Celtic Youth Academy, the fullbacks, Ben McPherson and Matthew Anderson, both out on loan this season. As Connor Barron just feels the Malta defenders are a bit too close to the quadrant, as he maybe wants to, or thought about taking it short. You'd expect this one will now go all the way in. Barron, there's Mullen, heads it into a dangerous area, but once again Malta able to clear. Lowry. Nielsen back to Lowry. Mullen. Maybe thought about shooting there, Mullen, but decided to turn back. Lowry. The dancing feet of Alex Lowry. It's really good from Alex Lowry, and that one just over the Malta bar.
Yeah, you can sort of see this early stages, the quality Lowry's got there, sort of his touches into play, played a couple first time passes earlier on, but that sort of quick feet there, yeah, he seems to start getting more in the game now, which is great. So yeah, Scotland just probably need to get the ball to him more. He looks like a real player.
Certainly a man in form, Alex Lowry. Good appearances recently against the likes of Hibs, Ross County, Partick Thistle in his loan spell at Hearts, and now getting his opportunity at under-21 level. Hasn't played much under Scott Gemmell, has had injuries, maybe not been on the scene at Rangers, not played enough games last season, and this loan spell at Hearts certainly helping him. Liam Morrison, who is on loan at Wigan from Bayern Munich, finds the pass of Alex Lowry. Scotland getting up the park quickly. Anderson. He's looking to play that across the 6-yard box, but it was a good block by Elul.
No, I don't mind that for Anderson as well, sort of driving at his full back there and making him come inside the box. It was real good positive play, and I think he was pretty unlucky with his cross. He tried to do the right thing and fire it low across the box, but pretty unlucky, but no, it was good play for him.
McPherson back to Mullen. Can Anderson deliver again? Smart play by Scotland just to wait for the right opening.
Yeah, I think the more possession they get in the Malta half, the better, and just keep shifting the ball side to side and just wait for that opening.
Barron with the curling ball into the box will make it to Matthew Anderson. It's a good challenge to deny Josh Mulligan. Good strength by Leon King to stop the Malta attack.
The Malta centre half did really well there, just to step in front, but Leon King sort of snuffed out the danger there really well.
Kieran Slicker, he's had to get creative there to bat that one away from goal because he wasn't expecting it. He's actually managed to keep it in play as well, Kieran Slicker, but he's saved what could have been a hairy moment for Scotland.
Yeah, I think he's done unbelievable not to concede a corner and not to for the ball to go by him. He's done really well there.
Yeah, I think he was maybe caught in two minds, just making sure he wasn't outside the box at first as the ball comes through to Kieran Bowie, who is prolific on Friday night. Can he get another? But Malta end up defending well. Matthew Whelan, good positioning to stop Kieran Bowie. Yeah,
he just couldn't get that sort of half yard away from the Malta defender. Did well again, but he was just trying to shift on his left foot to have a strike. But you know, it was good positive play. He looks like a big strong boy as well, so he was just trying to shift that on his left foot, which we can see from the other night he's lethal with.
Once again will be Connor Barron to take this corner. He's got the option of Alex Lowry short, which he takes. McPherson, Lowry. Just trying to put that one through the legs of Mattia Vesely. It will be a throw into Scotland, taken quickly by Matthew Anderson. Alex Lowry, his first thought is always to turn towards goal and try and make something positive happen.
Yeah, it really looks like he's trying to make something happen every time he gets the ball, as we've got him here. He likes to try to play forward, try to play around corners, get in pockets. So yeah, he looks like he's a real threat.
Morrison clips it to this near side for Matthew Anderson.
Yeah, I think Scotland have settled into the game a little bit more now. It was a sort of shaky sort of start, I'd say. Malta came out of the traps pretty well, but now I think they've settled into the game well now, and they're just sort of keeping the ball.
McPherson just forced backwards, but Liam Morrison gets the ball moving in the right direction. A lovely first time pass by Anderson. It's into the box. Lowry flicks it back towards Connor Barron. It's good feet by Connor Barron to create the space. Bowie. Good feet by Bowie again. He'll go for goal. He'll be full of confidence after his double on Friday night. That one not quite what he was hoping for.
Yeah, I think after Friday night he's earned his shot, obviously on his weaker foot there, but yeah, I think he would be full of confidence. So inside the box on the angle, you don't mind your strikers having a shot for there.
It's a theme for Scotland so far. They're not looking to launch the ball into the Malta box. They're happy to be patient and wait for that right pass.
Yeah, I think that's what they've got to do. As I say, they've started better now. They've came into the game more, really keeping the ball a lot better and a lot more comfortable in the ball, and sort of playing through Malta press as well, which is what we want to see.
Connor Barron.
Yeah, he looks really comfortable in the ball, doesn't he? He's always wanting to always try to get in angles off the shoulders of the strikers there, and yeah, he looks he's trying to get on the ball more and really dictate play, but he looks like he's a really good player, confident in the ball.
Lovely turn by Alex Lowry. Once again trying to create that magic for Scotland. Alex Lowry into the box, past a good few Malta players. Tries to get the shot away, but he's finally crowded out. But it took about 4 Malta players to stop him.
Yeah, that was nearly unbelievable. He just, as I say, just couldn't get that half yard. They done unbelievable to get by about 4 of them there, but as I say, they just sort of crowded out in them. But yeah, that would have been some goal if they got the shot away there.
Barron with the cross, headed away by Bondin. Carl Manani, who hasn't really been involved so far, the right wing back, just putting that one out of play. Barron finds McPherson tries to go down the line for Mulligan, who will pressure Spiteri. Scotland eventually do win it back. Mullen. Nielsen, how calm is that from Lewis Nielsen?
Yeah, it was really nice there. We had a wee bit of pressure there. It was like we didn't know where it was going to go, but yeah, did brilliant just to step by the two players there.
Definitely benefiting from regular football. Lewis Nielsen did play quite a bit for Hearts last season. Certainly a regular in the early months of the campaign. Played 10 Premiership matches, played in 5 of their Europa Conference League group games as well. Faded out of the team a bit, but on loan at Partick Thistle. Doing well in the Championship for them so far this campaign.
Yeah, I think it's a big thing as well when you're young players like this. I think you need experience, first team football, which he's obviously getting.
Scotland with some defending to do here. Zammit trying to get past Connor Barron, who defends his box well. McPherson's pass doesn't find its target. The strike from distance, it was always going to be ambitious from that sort of range from Gianluca Scaberas.
Yeah, I think Malta look okay in the break. They look like they can get bodies forward, and they're really attacking with numbers as well. So yeah, Scotland have obviously got to be wary of that.
Well, despite the fact that they lost on Friday night, Malta, it was only 2-0 to Belgium. As you said earlier on, Chris, it took Belgium a long time to score. That will give Malta a lot more confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll come away with that with confidence. I think it was accounts, it was a good performance from them. They've been probably unlucky to go 75 minutes and then concede a goal. But yeah, they left that full of confidence with Belgium being one of the better teams in the group.
The long ball forward by Lewis Nielsen. Just too much on it for Alex Lowry, who puts a hand of appreciation up.
Yeah, I think it was a good run. There was that space there. It was a good run by Lowry, but the ball just had a little bit too much off it and just sort of skidded off the surface. But I think it was quite a good idea.
Scotland just trying those different avenues. Yet to work though, with 25 minutes on the clock here at Fir Park. Certainly won't be any panic from the home side though. One thing to remember as well about this Scotland under-21 side is some of the players that are missing. Ben Doak, of course, dropped out of the squad with an injury. Guys like Lewis Fiorini, Josh Doig, Tommy Conway, who would all be big parts of this squad, unable to play as well. Yeah, it does give other players an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that. I think that shows the strength of the under-21s. I mean, they're really big players. Doig, they're players that would have played. So yeah, it just sort of shows the strength. They can still name a really strong starting 11.
That's nice from Lewis Nielsen. Out to Mulligan. Across towards Anderson, who was sneaking in at the back post. Good defending in the end though by Carl Monani.
Yeah, it's good from Anderson there, trying to get across his man at the far post. I think with Scotland, they've got to try and get as many numbers in the box as possible, especially with crosses.
Well, Matthew Anderson certainly has shown that he's productive from whether it's full-back or wing-back he's playing. 3 assists in 5 appearances for Admira Wacker. He's on loan in the Austrian second tier from Celtic this season.
Yeah, looks like a real positive player. Every time he gets the ball, he takes his touch towards the other wing back and looks like he wants to drive it and play forward, which is what you want as a wing back.
Bowie chests it down to Connor Barron, who's calm in possession. The pass from Lewis Nielsen, just too much on it, and eventually there was a foul, and Malta will get the chance to put this one into the Scotland box.
Yeah, I think Malta are trying to take advantage of these situations. I imagine they'll send the big boys up and put it in the box to sort of test Scotland, so they'll need to be wary here.
Yeah, that back three of Malta all making their way towards the Scotland box. We'll have quite a high line though. Zamet to take, goes short. It's one off the training ground. The execution though,
Yeah.
not the way they would have practiced.
Yeah, I think Barron read that really quickly. I think he came off the ball and seen what was happening, so he did really well sort of to see it out. So that was real good play for him, sort of spotting that early doors. It's obviously something that they've worked on. They obviously want to take advantage of their set pieces, Malta. So yeah, it was good for Barron to cut that out.
Lowry gets the nudge in the back, stays on his feet, is dispossessed, but Lewis Nielsen.
Great pass.
Lovely drilled ball towards Josh Mulligan. Trying to find a run of Kieran Bowie, gets it back. McPherson.
You know, he's really unlucky there, Mulligan. I seen that pass here and it was on. Bowie was making the run. It was just got intercepted, but I seen the pass and it was unlucky because if it didn't get intercepted, he was in.
Barron looking for Bowie.
Same again. It's the right idea, just wasn't the right execution. But you can see Barron sort of getting more on the ball, sort of trying to dictate the play with the quality he's got. So yeah, the more Scotland get him on the ball, I think the better.
Hitting double figures for under-21 caps tonight, Connor Barron. An experienced player at club level as well. 20 appearances for Aberdeen last season, and that was with a couple of injuries to boot. Anderson forward to Kieran Bowie, back to Anderson. It's really good play and the referee points to the spot and Scotland have a penalty.
Do you know what, I was just talking about Lowry and Anderson. He's really impressed me tonight. He's just getting at his fullback. He's really positive in his play, and he deserves that. It was really good, and he does. I think he gets across in the Malta defender. Yeah, as you see it here, yeah, he does really well. Sort of takes his touch forward, drives at him, and yeah, just the Malta defender makes a tackle.
Yeah, draws the foul from Matthew Ellul. There was a yellow card that came out there. I think it was for Mattia Veseli though, who was protesting the decision. And it is Alex Lowry with the ball in his hands. Ben Doak took the penalty on Friday night. He's of course out of the squad. And Alex Lowry will be looking to get his first Scotland under-20 goal in just his second appearance.
Yeah, obviously his second appearance, so it's good confidence for him to step up and take it. I'm sure a few boys would have wanted that, but yeah, so it's good for other boys as well to give him the confidence to go and score.
Well, Hugo Sacco just getting the instruction to make sure he stays in his line. And Alex Lowry, who is normally calmness personified.
Yeah, looks pretty calm here, so
well, a few nice moments in this game so far for Alex Lowry. A good chance to give Scotland the lead from 12 yards out. The Heartsman on loan from Rangers will step up to take. And no worries at all for Alex Lowry, who sends the goalkeeper the wrong way and puts Scotland 1-0 up.
yeah, he wasn't nervous one bit there, was he? He knew exactly what he was doing, waited for the goalkeeper to dive and slotted it in another corner. But a lot of the credit goes there to Matthew Anderson. It was really good play to win that sort of out of nothing, driving at his fullback, getting the other side, winning the penalty, and yeah, absolutely brilliant, and a really good penalty from Lowry. So good start from Scotland. I think after the first 5 minutes, I think the boys have really deserved it. They've looked good, they've been patient on the ball, and yeah, they've been the better team this first half.
Well, in his pre-match media duties before the game against Hungary, he did admit he was frustrated not to get on against Spain last month. I'm sure he would have felt the same on Friday night, but getting the chance from the start tonight, Alex Lowry, and certainly making his mark Is that what Scotland needed in this game?
Yeah, I think so. I think the earlier you can get a goal in these games, the better, because now Malta need to come out, they need to go the only on them to get the goal here. So yeah, I think if Scotland just keep the ball and wait for them to come out, that'd be good. But it's exactly what Scotland needed going into midway through the first half.
Mullen looks for the run of Alex Lowry, but is cut out by Vassallo. A few times Jeremiah Mullen has looked for that ball over the top and not been too far off.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of times they've tried to play the ball over the top, and I think with runners over the top, once you keep on doing them, the Malta defenders automatically just drop, and that creates a space in the middle for the likes of Leon King, Connor Barron as well. So I think to have that sort of versatility, to play short and to also play over the top, which is great. So to mix up is what you want.
Well, here's Lowry again, finds Josh Mulligan. Will he go himself? Josh Mulligan, just a heavy touch, stopped him from getting the shot away.
Yeah, I think Lowry was looking for the 1-2 there. I think he was free in the middle of the box, but I don't know if it was on. I think the Malta defender was in the way, but it was good play for Lowry again, and yeah, you can see Mullen just try to cut in there and have a shot.
Scotland looking to build on that 1-goal lead. Ben McPherson finds Mulligan, back to goal, has options but is unable to find Connor Barron, and then fouls his man in the process.
Yeah, I think Scotland wing-backs have been really good. They've been really positive, which is what you need. You don't want the wing-backs playing back or being negative or just wanting to keep the ball. You want them to be positive and take touches forward and get crosses in the box and make the Maltese defenders defend.
The ball clipped forward from Skiberas, but will be easily gathered in by Kieran Slicker, who has made a couple of appearances for Ipswich since joining from Manchester City in the summer, both of those in the EFL Cup against Bristol Rovers and Reading. Alex Lowry was the target. Skiberas trying to clever ball round the corner, but Lewis Nielsen is alert to it. Bowie. Lowry dispossessed by Vassallo. Neither team not really able to get their foot on the ball here.
Yeah, I think Anderson wanted the 1-2 there, and Bowie just sort of turned in and tried to play the pass, but it was good positive play again.
Launched by Slicker, sent back Scotland's way. Mullen with the header, back from Bondin. All a bit scrappy at the moment. Skiberas. Bondin to Monani, won by Nielsen. Here's Bowie. Lowry fouled by Elul. Anderson goes quickly towards Kieran Bowie. A nice touch to get it under control.
Touch. Just showing his physicality there as well.
Mulligan, Bowie. Pops up all over the place, Josh Mulligan. Into the box, to the byline. He's got a real chance here. And eventually, somehow, Malta keep that one out. For a second, it looked as if it might cross the line.
Yeah, that was really unlucky with Mulligan there. He did really well driving the players in the box, and I don't really know what happened, but he was unlucky not to get the shot away.
Now Scotland to be alive at the other end.
Yeah, it's good play for Mullen there, just sort of holding up the Malta defender and waiting for his teammates to get back there. It was really good play.
Borg attempts to switch, but calmly dealt with by Matthew Anderson. Yeah, a versatile player, Josh Mulligan. That's probably why he's made so many appearances. He can play in a lot of different positions. Unlucky in that passage of play. Maybe got a bit lucky with the initial. The ball actually came off the post.
Oh, did it? Ah, yes, you see it there. So, yeah, do you know what? I've been really impressed with Scotland's front three players. I think they've all sort of bringing something a little bit different to the table. Bowie's all a big, strong player. Lowry's good with his feet, and Mulligan sort of getting at players and driving at players sort of 1v1 situation. So, yeah, the front three for Scotland have been really good tonight. I think the quicker they can get it forward in that final third and get it to these players like Lowry, Mulligan and Bowie, then yeah, they hopefully can get another goal.
McPherson happy to just leave that one to go out for a Scotland throw. To be taken by Jeremiah Mullen. Nielsen. Bowie not quite sure that's what he intended, but it worked out. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Here's Barron, pointing to where he wants McPherson to run to. Maybe just not on the same wavelength as Josh Mulligan there.
Yeah, you can see with Barron though, he's always wanting to play forward. They could have played easy pass back there, but he's wanting to play forward, plenty of danger players, and get the front players on the ball.
Oh, and that is a wayward pass from Skiberas, gifting Scotland a corner, and that will be frustrating for Malta with 5 minutes left of this half. Haven't quite made the most of these corners yet, Scotland.
Just looking there, it's a big team as well, so if we can get the delivery right here, then it's a real good chance of scoring.
All three centre-backs up from the back. One of them's Liam Morrison, and he forces a good save out of Hugo Sacco.
Yeah, that was a real good delivery, as I said, and Liam Morrison got up really well. It was a perfect ball, actually, just waiting to be attacked, and that's what he done. And he did the right thing. He headed it down, he headed it into the corner. Keeper did really well, just sort of bouncing up in front of him. But yeah, the big man looked good there. Got up well, just very unlucky.
Yet to score at this level, Liam Morrison. That's probably the closest he will have come. As Barron's delivery goes towards the back post. Mullen goes down, isn't claiming for anything. And there's the strike, and it's beaten away by Sacco, but a really good effort.
Yeah, he did really well there, Mullen. He sort of lost his footing and just got that nick away into Bowie, which is, and then, as you say, on his left foot, you fancy Bowie for there as well. Had a good strike and another good save from the goalie, but maybe the other side, he would have had a better chance, but he forced the goal into a save.
Yeah, one of those that you feel either side, that one would have found the net, had a lot of power on it as the next corner comes in. This one dealt with better by Malta, but as I say that, a strike from Alex Lowry, who actually wasn't too far away.
Yeah, you don't mind it. If you're confident enough to hit it, then it was a good strike, but yeah, real good passive play there from Scotland. I think, I mean, 5 minutes sort of left of the half. If you could get another goal just before half time, it would be perfect. Yeah, he wasn't far away, was he, Lowry? Sort of good technique, just got underneath it a little bit.
Yeah, no stranger to a goal from distance, Alex Lowry. And he'll be desperate to add to his under-21 account after opening from the penalty spot earlier on. This goal kick just having to be taken again. I think Kieran Bowie had encroached on the Malta box. And he's maybe going to get a bit of a telling off here from the Romanian official. We eventually do get back underway. Barron to Mulligan. A lot of Malta players around him. Manages to hold on to it. The strike from Ben McPherson. It was at an angle. Had some power on it.
Yeah, looked good there. Mulligan did really well there, so he's sort of quick feet and both feet as well. So yeah, it was just unlucky. I think he was just trying to go for that far post again. Yeah, good tackle.
Really nice from Conor Barron. Flicked on by Alex Lowry. It's now Mulligan. Opens up his body. And that one just wide of the Malta goal, but a nice passage of play by Scotland.
Yeah, they're really putting on the pressure last 5 minutes, and as I say, if they can get another goal before half time, it'd be perfect. No Scott Game will really want that, but they just need to keep on pressuring. As you see Malta playing out from the back here, they're sort of dropping really deep, and the defenders are really far away from their strikers. So if they can pick up here, the gap in the middle of the park for Barron and King to get on the ball like here, and then they can go and dictate play.
Mulligan to Bowie. Anderson. Good block at the front post. Once again, it is that danger for Malta. They are trying their best to play decent football, but Scotland onto them again.
Yeah, I think it's a weird sort of style, to be honest. They're dropping really deep, and then they're just playing it forward to their strikers, and the gap between the centre halves and the centre forwards is really big, so just gives the likes of Leon King and Conor Barron so much time in the ball to turn and play forward. So I thought if they were going to play forward, they'd get everybody up, but yeah, Scotland just need to take advantage of that again.
Barron's delivery again goes all the way through.
Yeah, he's had a couple of them on the money sort of last few times there. He's really found his range, and yeah, they look dangerous, really dangerous for corners. Yeah, they've changed it now, because that wasn't really working, was it? The massive gap between the players. So yeah, I think that's probably sensible from I think the Malta gaffer was shouting on there.
Yeah, I think Ivan Woods in the Malta dugout was maybe listening to you. Nielsen to Lowry. A wonderful ball by Alex Lowry into the path of Kieran Bowie. That one's gathered up by Sacco.
Yeah, no, great pass by Lowry there.
Once again, Malta trying to play out from the back. Maybe getting a bit lucky there that Skiberis was fouled, because they gave it away deep in their own half again.
Yeah, it was I think it was a foul. I think it was just a wee bit too eager, Anderson there, but no, Scotland, that's one thing they have done well as well tonight. They've pressed really well, and they are really all over the Malta players, not really giving them a minute.
Will there be time for one more chance in this half? I can't imagine there'll be too much added time at the end of this opening 45. 1 minute, says the fourth official.
1 minute of additional time. 1 minute of additional time.
And Malta will be hoping they can get this into the Scotland box, but they concede a throw on this near side. What do you think the message will be from Scott Gemmell?
Do you know what, more of the same. I think sort of first 5-10 minutes, it was I don't know if it was a nervous or shaky start, but I think as the half's went on, they've looked really, really strong, and they just keep doing what they're doing. They look like sort of every time they go forward, they are creating chances, they are looking like they're going to score. So more of the same, just maybe a little bit more ruthless when they get into the final third, because they have had really good chances. But I think Scott will be pretty happy with the first half performance.
Well, the half-time whistle sounds, and Scotland do have a 1-goal advantage in this game against Malta. Alex Lowry, the goal scorer from 12 yards out. It was Matthew Anderson who was fouled in the box, and Alex Lowry was at Hearts on loan from Rangers. He stepped up to take, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and that gives Scotland a 1-0 advantage after the opening 45 minutes of this game. It was a positive result on Friday night for Scotland as well. 3-1 winners over Hungary. Let's take a look at the highlights of that game. But it was a good performance for Scotland to build on against Spain last month. Didn't quite get the result, especially that first half performance though, to come up against a team with such quality and to put in that showing. Scott Gemmell will be pleased with what he saw in that game.
Yeah, no, of course. I think the first half especially, they were outstanding. I think maybe tired a bit, but that could be a mixture of things. Some of the boys in 21s don't get regular football, but coming here trying to further development. But as I said, I'm looking to see if it can be a bit more attacking in this game.
Bowie making his way forward. Ben Doak is making the run. Bowie can go himself, drives into the box. Kieran Bowie, it's fantastic from Kieran Bowie, and what a start for Scotland. Kieran Bowie danced his way through the Hungary defence, finds the bottom corner, and it is the dream start for the home team.
What a finish. I think getting through that gap, really positive run, couple of wee ricochets off, but we won't complain about that. But what a strike low down to the keeper's left hand side, and could you ask for a better start? One attack, one goal.
Yeah, picked the ball up in his own half, Kieran Bowie, And I think he only had one thought in his mind, that was to drive towards that hungry goal. And there was no doubt that when he got in that position, he was going to shoot his second goal for Scotland Under-21s, the man who's currently on loan at Northampton from Fulham. But that will give this side so much confidence that they can go on and really put in a fantastic performance tonight.
Yeah, these players now, they're all good with the ball at the feet, so would have maybe hoped they would have done better. But it's, again, I was just picking up there as you're chatting, Scotland again being very aggressive in the press from the goalkeeper. And I'd spoke about it with Scott Gemmell being organised in the Spain game. He's setting up right away as Ben Doak picks it up.
It's Doak. Is he looking to do it all himself? He finds Max Johnson once again, goes for the cross, the header at the back post from Kieran Bowie. And it is an unbelievable start to this game for Scotland. An unbelievable start to the game for Kieran Bowie. It's Scotland 2, Hungary 0, and what a night at Fir Park so far.
I was led to believe this was going to be a tight game. The third and fourth potted teams in the group. But what a ball in from Max Johnson. Good position from Ben Doak picking up, finding Johnson out wide. And then a very good ball, and by the way, a very, very good header from Bowie. Safe to say that's a good change.
Yeah, well, you mentioned those Max Johnson deliveries. That one towards the back post, and Kieran Bowie, he's got height on him, uses it well, just guides that one into the corner of the net. Actually, to get the ball away from their own box, and it's a fantastic ball by Max Johnson. Ben Doak unable to take it in first time round, but just look at the feet from Ben Doak to hold off his men, come away, create space, and get Scotland going.
Iron bars so tight on him, but the balance.
Well, it's a wonderful ball through to Josh Mulligan, and Heggie with the save. It's dropped to Mulligan again, goes for goal. That one is over the bar, but the initial ball from Matthew Anderson was fantastic.
That was an incredible ball, right across that danger zone, and maybe we should have scored. That was a very good chance.
Yeah, well, we can see it here. Matthew Anderson, he knew exactly what he was doing. The ball across the face of goal. It's a wonderful save by Heggie.
Anderson and Mullen over the ball. Anderson and Doak, sorry.
Yeah, Ben Doak to take. It's headed away. Doak with a second chance to create on this left side, and once again it is brilliant from Ben Doak, and the strike is beaten away by Heggie. But time after time, Ben Doak showing that in tight areas he knows exactly how to get away from his men. He's
certainly sharp. I'd say he wanted to double up, but I think there was three on him there, and he still managed to wriggle his way to get a powerful shot off on goal.
Johnson to Doak. Ben Doak dances his way into the box, and that's going to be a penalty to Scotland. Ben Doak with the quick feet, and all the Hungary defence could do was foul him.
Ben's letting her before that. It's got to come out. He's got to come out early and help 21. I think it's Vanska. He's got to come out early and help him as Max Johnson plays it out, because as soon as Doak's got to 1v1, he's in trouble. Then he comes too late and then takes him down. I think that's a pretty clear penalty.
Well, I did wonder if Kieran Bowie might want this one to complete his hat-trick, but maybe no surprise that it is Ben Doak that's going to step up to take this. Steps up, and no surprise, Ben Doak finds the bottom corner, puts Scotland 3-0 up, and Ben Doak, who has been electrifying so far in this game, gets himself on the score sheet.
No surprise there with the quality that he has. He just puts the keeper the wrong way, closes his foot and puts it in the bottom corner.
Yeah, well, he did the hard work to win the penalty, Ben Doak. And the strike sends Heggie the wrong way. Mulligan. Barron. Good feet by Barron. The cross is good as well. And Max Johnson just unable to get the telling touch to turn that one home.
That was lovely feet there from Conor Barron. And another good ball into the box, and Max Johnson, a real aggressive run. It was something he'd done very well at Motherwell, was getting in the box and being really aggressive with his runs, and nearly got the rewards again there.
Well, another player that's decided to move abroad to further his career. Anderson It's a lovely ball in behind. The flag stays down. Ben Doak 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And once again, it was the pressure from Patrick Ironbor that just proved too much for Ben Doak that time.
I think that might have been Ironbor that actually tackled it back towards the goalkeeper. Again, Hungary's let off. That could have been easily another goal. But what a pass from Anderson.
He's got 2 goals at one end, Kieran Bowie, and he's determined to make sure that there's 0 going in at the other. Coxis to deliver, goes towards the back post, and the header is saved by Kieran Slicker, but he can't keep that one out, and it is a goal back just before half time. Barnabas Kovac's the man who was foiled at the first attempt by Kieran Slicker, but there's not much the goalkeeper could do about the second, and Scotland will be disappointed at conceding from a set piece.
I think what will be really disappointing is that's now twice they've conceded from set pieces, and look, we've got a cushion just now, but that really changes their half-time team talk.
Yeah, the battle between Mulligan and Singer continuing. It's Mulligan that wins it this time. Barron. Johnston now towards the back post. Anderson and Bowie are there. Bowie trying to direct it towards Michael Mellon, and it's
What
a
a
strike
strike
from Bowie, and oh my goodness, that would have been absolutely incredible from Iban Bowie, who must have thought that was going in for a second.
That was a beautiful strike there, on the catching on the half volley, steady riser. When it left his foot, I was right behind it here in the gantry, and I thought that was destined for the top corner. A lovely strike.
Yeah, well, yet to score at under-21 level. This is third cap. He has a central defender, in fairness, Iban Bowie. I'm not sure you would know it from how purely he struck that ball.
The last 5 minutes just became very scrappy.
Nice turn by Kuznopski, Ryan Duncan's first involvements to win the ball back, but Hungary still with the opportunity to get this ball in the box. Katona. Back for Barrett. A strike from distance. It's dropped
so
into the path, and the flag goes up. That one's not going to count. Zalan Qureshi thought that he'd pulled one back late on, but the shot initially deflected into the path of Qureshi, who did well with the finish. It was calm, but Scotland, maybe a sigh of relief that the flag goes up.
I think that would have been very disappointing, because De Brecini hits it from 2 ricochets. Really, it was a great touch and finish, but I think it'd been very unfortunate if that had been onside.
As Max Johnson, and that is going to be a second yellow card for Max Johnson in a matter of minutes, and Scotland will have to see this game out with 10 men. He was just booked for stopping a throw-in.
I want to see
he
that
did
again.
lunge in there, Max Johnson.
I think he won the ball though. Look, it was a bit aggressive, but I thought he won the ball. You can see the change of direction.
It's been a good showing for Max Johnson. Got that assist for Scotland's second goal, but his teammates are going to have to see this one out with 10. The shot from Qureshi goes just wide. Well, it was 3 points for Scotland on Friday night, and they are halfway to another 3 points. 1-0 up against Malta here at Fir Park. Alex Lowry with the goal from the penalty spot. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. This was an early shot from Josh Mulligan.
Yeah, he did well there, sort of cutting on his left foot, and yeah, Anderson just unlucky, just maybe forgot the other side of the wing back, but it was good positive play. He did the right thing, far across the goalie. Yeah, he was unlucky.
And Alex Lowry, nice feet from him. He's been lively so far, Alex Lowry. That one just off target.
Yeah, you can see that Lowry's got really good feet, and a really confident boy as well. He's having shots from his left and his right, and yeah, he's looked really good.
Well, this was a slight moment of worry for Scotland. Liam Morrison just letting the ball run by him. Kieran Slicker had to be on his toes to stop the ball going beyond him, and then stopping it going out for a corner as well.
Yeah, I think
Scotland
that's what Malta were going to look for, wasn't it? It was going to be mistakes from us.
But Scotland back up the other end. Matthew Anderson going down, winning the penalty, and that gave Alex Lowry the chance to step up from 12 yards. And he always looked like he thought he was going to score.
Yeah, he was sort of looking at him. It took a little bit of time with the Malta players having a bit of a go at the ref, but just sort of looking, they looked really calm, composed, and to be able to do that, step up, wait for the goal to dive and slide it another corner is a sign of a confident penalty taker.
A first under-21 goal for Alex Lowry, and it was almost a goal for Josh Mulligan here. A really nice run from the Dundee man, but ended up hitting the post.
Yeah, he did really well there. Got it on the shy line there and got a little bit of luck with the ricochet, but yeah, he was equally unlucky with the shot to get it away and just hit the post, but he did really well there, getting it there on the shy line and driving it in the box.
Quite a few corners Scotland have had. This, the best chance they've created. Conor Barron with the delivery. Liam Morrison's header was well saved. And a few more chances, a flurry of them really towards the end of this half. This one a powerful effort by Kieran Bowie, looking to add to the 2 goals he got on Friday night. And then this decent effort from Alex Lowry, just off target. There was time for Josh Mulligan to try and get on the score sheet right at the end of the half as well, after some nice work by Barron and Lowry.
Yeah, this is sort of come at the end of the half, isn't it? A lot of really, really good chances like the one there. He's probably unlucky, he's probably disappointed himself as well, as you can see, not to at least put it on target, but as I say, the front 3 boys look good, as well as the wing backs and the 2 centre mids as well, sort of getting on the ball and playing forward and looking a real threat, especially towards the end of the half. And as you can see, they've had a lot of chances, and yeah, hopefully we can take one of them early doors in the second half and sort of put to bed a little bit of nerves, because 1-0 is a dodgy scoreline, because as you see, Malta are just looking to capitalise on mistakes, and you never know. So a 2-0 early doors here would be perfect.
Well, there will be a change for the visitors as well. Looks as if it will be the same starting 11 for Scotland for the second half. Same 11 being given a chance to try and extend this lead that they've got over Malta. But the one change for the visitors, we'll see Nikolai McAuliffe coming on. Came off the bench in their last game against Belgium as well. Just waiting for the confirmation to see exactly who it will be to come off. He's also waiting on the rest of his teammates, who eventually do emerge from the tunnel, but it will be Carl Manani that makes way. He was occupying that right wing back role for Malta, so clearly feeling like a change is needed going into this second half.
Yeah, that's probably credit to Anderson as well. He's really getting the better of his counterpart there and getting at him and driving him. Yeah, so that's for him to get taken off at half time, sort of shows you how well Anderson played.
And Scotland will be looking to really pick up where they left off in that first half with that flurry of chances. Good few efforts, Lowry and Mulligan, Barron all lively in the closing stages.
Yeah, they ended the half really well, and I think as well with the press, Malta were really struggling to get out of their half as well. So if we can keep that up and win the ball as high as possible as well, which would be great.
It's Malta that trying to be the more positive in the early stages. Alejandro Garcia, who wasn't really involved too much in the first half, making a run down that right side. Scotland deal with it.
Yeah, I think Scotland need to remember as well, the Malta manager, he'd had a real go at them to tell them that to start this half well, because they'll think they're still right in the game. It's only one goal away as well, so they'll still be looking to start this half really positively. So Scotland need to continue what they did sort of to end of the first half and make sure they don't allow Malta to get the chance to get the upper hand here. Yeah, situations like this as well, they'll get the big boys up and hope for a quality ball. The last time they had a chance, they tried to work something off the training ground, so they'll know how vital set pieces are. So yeah, they'll need to get the quality of the delivery right.
Yeah, Scotland with a good aerial presence in there though. There's the 3 central defenders, Mullen, Morrison and Nielsen, but also Leon King, who is a central defender by trade. Kieran Bowie, we've seen his aerial threat in the opposite box, but they're looking to get it away from goal this time. As the ball comes in, it's Liam Morrison that's in a good position.
Yeah, it's a great header, because that was a really good ball. It whipped with pace on it, and yeah, you can see he just flicked it away. So it was a really good header, because that was a real opportunity.
Did sign a new contract with Bayern Munich not too long ago, Liam Morrison, until 2025. Has been a regular for Wigan in League One on loan this season.
It's not too bad, that, is it? New contract at Bayern Munich.
Mullen to Lowry. Can play by Scotland in possession, and then played towards Bowie, taken down by Lowry, crowded out in the middle.
Yeah, it was good from Mullen there, just realising it wasn't on to play short and getting it away. And Bowie's just unlucky. He's touched me, just got away from him a little bit, but you can really see his physicality. He's a real big boy, and his hold-up play is really good.
Anderson forward to Bowie. Anderson, dangerous ball in. Mulligan chasing to keep it in play. Does so. McPherson. Intercepted by Andrea Zamet.
Yeah, it's tremendous from Anderson there. It was a really good ball. It wasn't even flashed across. It was a real good pace. He was begging to be tapped in there, and we couldn't get it, but real good ball from him.
McPherson. Mullen convinced he'd won the throw-in, and he had.
Yeah, I think that ball for Anderson there just sort of shows when Lowry isn't a natural centre forward, is he? Sort of dropping a wee bit more, and I think a centre forward would have loved that ball there.
Anderson looking in behind this time, but Kieran Bowie had come short. That is a lovely turn in midfield by Kurt Bondin. A regular for this Malta under-21 side, is now featured in all 4 of their qualifiers. Bowie forward for Alex Lowry. And it's cut back for Josh Mulligan. That is a wonderful save. And Malta just trying to get this one away. They eventually do. But the save from Hugo Sacco was really good to stop Scotland getting a second.
Yeah, that was a great save there. I think all 3 of Scotland's front players there were involved. Bowie won it, Lowry with the cut back Mulligan. It was unlucky. He did well to get the shot away. Maybe just a good height from the keeper and couldn't really get enough power on it. But yeah, it looked really good. Real quick break there.
Yeah, well, it was Lowry looking to be positive, opted to look for the support of Josh Mulligan in the middle. Sacco getting down to his right well, and eventually Malta cleared. They're now looking to do something of their own in the Scotland box. Zamet, and a penalty to Malta.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We couldn't really see it from here. We'll have another look, but I think Malta have came out and they've really started to try and play. I think the manager must have had a bit of a word with them, because they have tried to play through the lines.
Well, it was Matthew Anderson who was protesting his innocence.
Yeah, I think the Malta player's clever there, and he's just sort of getting his foot across the Scotland wing back there and just waiting for the contact. I don't think it was Matthew Anderson trying to get the ball there, but the Malta players just looked like he was clever, and yeah, he went down pretty easily.
Well, what a chance this is for Malta to get back level, to get their first goal of this qualifying campaign. The exact same position in which Alex Lowry put Scotland ahead in the first half, and it will be Andrea Zamet eyeing up Kieran Slicker. Plays his football in Italy in the 3rd tier with Messina. Andrea Zamet. chance this is for the visitors. Steps up. And that is calm from Andrea Zamet. And just look at the celebrations from the Malta players. They know how big that goal is. And they are back level against Scotland.
Yeah, it was a real cool, calm penalty there. He just sort of waited to keep it a dive. Pretty similar to what Lowry done and just slid it in another corner. But yeah, you can see that the Malta players have really came out with a sort of different intensity. They're trying to play a little bit more. They're sort of playing through the lines, and you can tell it's sort of all or nothing for them. They're coming out with nothing really to lose here. And yeah, 1 each. So Scotland need to get back to what they're good at and get the ball forward and yeah, just be calm here, because it's still early in the second half, so still plenty of time to go and get a winner.
You see again, it was Mattia Vesely that was fouled by Matthew Anderson. He couldn't believe it, but it was given. Malta have made it 1-1 here at Fir Park. Scott Gemmell will be hoping for a quick response from his players. Well, I think in the same incident there has been a free kick awarded to Malta, but also a yellow card for one of their own players. It was Alejandro Garcia who went down under the challenge of Matthew Anderson, won the foul, but then just dragged the Scotland player down.
Yeah, Scotland just need to be calm here. Don't overreact. Right, it's not the start of the second half that they wanted, but they just need to relax here, be calm, get on the ball, get their foot in the ball, and play and show what they're good at. And yeah, it will come. Yeah, you can see Malta playing a lot more now, aren't they? They're not just hitting the ball up, because I think the three Scottish centre halves were eating it up really. So they've a different game plan, and they are getting out their own half and getting opportunities.
Yeah, smart passage of play there by Malta as well, all the way from the back, but the final pass just wayward. Certainly they will have been given a big lift from that goal.
Yeah, you can tell the energy sort of came back into the Malta team, into that. They're all wanting the ball, they're all ready to go, they're all running forward, as you can see here. So yeah, Scotland just need to sort of ride this sort of wave.
Micallef and Zamet. Nice play between the two of them, and what a strike that is by Micallef that comes off the bar. More of a toe poke technique than anything else.
I think that just toe poked it off the bar there. That was yeah, interesting, but it nearly was unbelievable. As I say, it was a good play from Malta, just down their left hand side. Yes, a nice 1-2 there, and yeah, the toe poke which nearly worked out well.
Almost a quick impact off the bench from Nikolai Micallef. This will be a big test of these Scotland players, not just of their quality, but of their mentality as well. Borg. Frustrated with himself after that. It's now Liam Morrison to Ben McPherson. Micallef just having to win the ball back after being dispossessed.
Yeah, you can tell the Malta team have a bit more confidence after that, don't you? They're all wanting the ball. They're all desperate for it and passing forward. So
Anderson to Bowie, having to use that strength again. Bowie, he's being harried by two different Malta players. Does get the throw in.
Yeah, he does well there just to win something there. It was tough for him. He's trying to win a corner, but yeah, to get the shot is good play from Bowie. Used his strength as well.
Anderson to Bowie, unable to flick that one round the corner. Zamet now picks the pass well. Maybe another chance through Bondin. Micallef back to Spiteri. Bondin. spotted Slicker off his line, but he was never bothering him with that.
No, it wasn't really on, to be honest. But that just sort of shows you the confidence of the Malta players just now, even trying that. But no, Slicker had the cover. Even if it was a better effort, I don't think he was going to get beat from there.
Just that effort again, seeing that from Mikolev. A bit unconventional, the strike, but really wasn't far off at all. McPherson can't keep that one in. And it looks as if Scott Gemmell will be turning to his bench shortly. Do you think this Scotland team are in need of a bit of freshening up?
Yeah, just maybe a little bit of a spark, just to calm everything down. Obviously we haven't started the way we wanted to in the second half, so Scott Gemmell's not wasting any time in making the changes.
Great challenge by Liam Morrison to set Kieran Bowie away. Still Bowie, and a strike from an angle. Hugo Sacco was pretty confident that was going over.
Yeah, it's good positive play though. Obviously a little bit on the angle, maybe he could have, if he was shooting, maybe sort of aim for that far post, but no, he looked confident. You can tell he's got a really good left foot, Bowie, can't he? He just sort of steps away, and he's a big, strong, powerful boy and does really well here, as you can see, to take that step forward and have a shot. He was unlucky, but I see, don't mind your strikers coming into the box and having shots. That's what they're there for, to show the confidence to do that.
McPherson. Good run by McPherson. No takers at the edge of the box. Zammit to Bondin. Scotland win it back. McPherson. Barron can keep it in. And Zammit wins the ball and wins the foul.
Yeah, things seem to just be dropping for the Malta players. Never a sort of a 50-50 chance or a second ball. They just seem to be dropping to the Malta players, which is how they're sort of regaining control. In the first half, that was all one Connor Barron or Leon King. Yeah,
well, it looks as if there will be two changes, but also a change of shape maybe for Scotland as well, because off come Ben McPherson and Lewis Nielsen, two defenders, and on come two attackers. Rory Wilson is coming on, as is Michael Mellon. Well, Scotland look to try and sort their shape. Malta will attempt to make the most of it as they make their way into the box again. A dangerous ball across the 6-yard box. It was a good opening for the visitors.
Yeah, Anderson did well there actually not to bring him down. He cut across him and just to sort of realise that you're beaten, not bring him down. But it's a really good ball, and I think it was really good defending at the back post as well there, just to sort of see it across and let it go out.
Yeah, well, that change of shape from Scotland looks as if it's more of a 4-2-3-1. Now Josh Mulligan is very versatile, will slot in it right back. Rory Wilson, the Aston Villa youngster, on this right wing, and Michael Mellon will play as more of a traditional number 9 that Scotland haven't used so far tonight. Lowry heads it back to King. Two products of the Rangers Youth Academy. Here's Mulligan driving forward from his new position. Wilson, first involvement for him. Bowie trying to take it down, but out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think with Mulligan coming right back here, I think he will obviously be looking to go forward and attack. So that'll be a real threat for Scotland if he can get him the ball from deep and get him to drive forward.
Barron. there have been some good deliveries from Scotland so far. Do you think the introduction of Michael Mellon, be hoping that they'll get someone on the end of them, like this chance here? Mellon was arriving, but the ball from Bowie too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think so. I think we seen the ball with Anderson earlier on, just right across the 6-yard box. I think a natural striker just goes and taps it in. So to have that vocal point up front for Scotland will be really good. So to get balls in the box and to get them involved as early as possible.
A player in good goal scoring form, Michael Mellon. He's on loan at Morecambe from Burnley, but has 6 goals in his first 12 appearances this campaign. Ball forward towards Rory Wilson. Too much on it. He's back in the under-21 fold. Did make a couple of appearances at under-21 level not long after moving down south to Aston Villa. But it's featured a bit more for the under-17s. Actually featured for the under-19s on Sunday. Scored a goal in a 2-1 defeat to Portugal. But his goal scoring record absolutely fantastic at youth level for Scotland, for the 17s especially. 13 games played, 14 goals for Rory Wilson.
Yeah, that's pretty good, to be fair. So if we can get him on the ball, get him driving at the fairness, getting shots away, then I mean, scoring that amount of goals at any levels is terrific. So if we can get him on the ball, you can see what he's all about. But I think that's what Scotland are doing just now. They're picking up in bits a lot more. I think the first 5-10 minutes they weren't doing that. Everyone was following the Malta players, but now Leon King and Conor Barron are picking up on these sort of second balls.
Michael left with the interception. It's back in Scotland hands with Conor Barron. Barron forward towards Lowry, who's just out-muscled. Malta just don't have the numbers going forward at the moment. Owen Spiteri was looking for options. There's a hopeful flick on. Lowry. Foul eventually given, was hassled by a couple of Malta players. But with that change of shape, will it take Scotland a wee bit of time to settle into that, do you think, Chris?
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, I know they played the 3-back as well against Hungary, so it might take a bit of shape. But I think it just allows Scotland to get more bodies forward. I don't think now you need the 3 centre backs behind the ball. I think you can put bodies forward, as in Mulligan. He'll naturally go forward and get in that final third. So I think with the shape, what Scott Gill's trying to do is just get more people forward, more people in the box, and more people in the sort of dangerous areas.
Well, this one will go into the box from Alex Lowry, the scorer of Scotland's goal in this game, looking to turn provider. It's a nice ball in. Leon King looked as if he got the touch, but must have come off a Malta player and out for a Scotland corner.
Yeah, I think it was Morrison there nearly got on the end of that there. He looks really hungry for a goal tonight. He's really trying to attack the set plays. So the balls have been good. The balls have been excellent. So yeah, just hopefully we can capitalise on one of them.
Conor Barron's turn to deliver. Well, it's dropped to the feet of Mellon. And that one, well, it was actually Liam Morrison who was on it. This time it's Mellon. There's too many Malta players around him. Well, if it had fallen to Mellon, there was maybe more chance it would have been a goal. With the striker fell to a central defender. Did get the shot away.
Just felt his wrong foot, I think, didn't it? He just sort of tried to scoop it with his right there. But as I say, corners look a real threat for Scotland tonight. The delivery from Barron's been excellent. So
Wilson finds Lowry, who gets up and gets on with it.
There was that foul on Lowry there. I thought he would have the referee would have called that back, but
yeah, the whistle did go towards his mouth, but thought twice about it. Maybe as Alex Lowry got back to his feet.
yeah, since you know Malta, they've just dropped into a proper back five now. Their wing backs aren't coming out, staying tight to the centre half, so yeah, they're going to look to frustrate Scotland here. But as I said before, just to be patient, wait for the right opportunity.
Yeah, well, they're not a team that pick up many points in European qualifying, Malta, so they would savour this one if they could get it tonight. ...104 defeats for them and 127 European qualifiers. So you can bet they'll defend with their lives in the final 20 plus minutes to try and get this one on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. These games become cup finals for these sort of Malta players as well. But speaking to Scott Gemmell before it, these games are never gimmies. These aren't as easy as you think they are. They're tough. These boys are desperate to keep to get something in the game. So yeah, just need to be patient. Just need to trust ourselves and yeah, just need to make sure that our quality will shine through. But listen, these games aren't as easy as you might think.
Kieran Slicker doesn't catch that one right, and Malta looking to do something. They won't be able to with balls like that. Matthew Anderson just leading it out of play.
Yeah, Scotland be pretty aggressive there. I think they left 4v4 at the back there, so it was yeah, being a bit aggressive, keeping a higher line as well. So if we can win that ball there and play forward, we've got a lot of players in the attacking area.
Morrison goes long towards Mellon. Takes it in
great
well,
hold
Mellon.
up play that. Yeah.
Slicker catches that one better than last time, but it's back in the possession of Malta. Connor Barron with the foul.
Yeah, he's unlucky there, Mellon. Just his first touch was really good, but just got a wee nudge in the back there. But I think that's what shows you in a sort of focal point can do. The ball gives you a bit of versatility with the balls forward and a big man like that to hold it in.
Mullen guides that one away from the Scotland box. I know many of the viewers will be interested because it is a Scotland double header tonight. Of course, the senior team in action away to France in a friendly in Lille. Steve Clarke has named his starting lineup. Liam Kelly in goal, his first Scotland cap. Hendry, McKenna and Cooper, the back three. Patterson and Greg Taylor in as the wing backs. Kenny McLean, Billy Gilmore, Scott McTominay and Lewis Ferguson. In midfield it will be Shea Adams leading the line. An 8 o'clock kick-off over there, but plenty of action still to go here at Fir Park. We talked about how vital a point would be for these Malta players, but in a group like this, if you're looking to qualify, drawing at home to Malta are not the results you need at all.
No, obviously the group is really tough with Belgium and Spain and Hungary, so it's a real strong group. So listen, Scott Gemmell looked at this sort of double header, this international break with the two games at home, because these international games, travel does become a factor, so you really need to take advantage of your home games. So they started off obviously Friday night really well, and listen, this game's not over yet, so if they can continue here and get the 3 points, it'll be a real good positive start with the unfortunate Spain defeat. But yeah, we just need to keep on going, yeah, and sort of try and end this international break well.
Yeah, these are the types of situations that players can really stand up and be counted, and that's what these Scotland players will be looking to do in the final 20 minutes or so of this game. Mikolev Combination of King and Mulligan get it back for Scotland. Nice run from Mulligan. There's Lowry, inventive with the flick, and Mulligan over to Michael Mellon. Does keep it in, Michael Mellon. Scotland oh so close to going ahead.
Yeah, he starts with Mulligan there. It was great play, sort of driving into the middle of the park, and then a great ball, just maybe a little bit over it, but he does really well to get on the end of it, and yeah, he really finds a quality delivery back here. Yeah, it's a real chance. Actually does well to try and get in front of the defender. It was unlucky, but no, that's real positive play. And now, obviously, with Malta here, they'll be looking for frustrate with somebody getting cramped.
Well, that was the type of opportunity that Michael Mellon was brought on to try and create. Kieran Bowie, of course, in good goal-scoring form for the under-21s, just under pressure in the middle of the box. But there will be a bit of treatment at the moment for Gianluca Skiberis. Is back to his feet, Skiberis. You wonder whether he will take a risk with the central midfielder. There's certainly a player behind him getting instructions, so could well be a change being made soon. Morrison to Bowie. Lowry finds Mulligan in space. Lowry looking for the ball in towards Rory Wilson. Borg's pass finds the chest of Connor Barron, gets it back from Bowie.
Yeah, it's good to see Lowry get on the ball there, just sort of a couple seconds before. I think he's been a little bit quiet this second half, so the more Scotland get him on the ball, the better, I feel.
Mullen all the way back to Liam Morrison. Anderson to Barron. Goes down under the challenge, and Scotland win a free kick in what's a very dangerous area.
Yeah,
Connor Barron thought about taking it quickly. Yeah,
he does well there, Barron. You see, he wasn't natural on his left foot, so to win the free kick was brilliant. But good play, and it's another set piece for Scotland. So get a delivery right and take advantage. Morrison's looked like a real threat from these situations. So hopefully he can get his head on it again.
Well, Connor Barron has been taking the corners, but it will be Alex Lowry taking a free kick from that position. A good delivery from the other side not too long ago. Certainly has the options in the box to aim for. Goes towards the near post.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do, just fire it as hard as he can across the goal. Just intercepted there.
It's the second attempt and is beaten away by Bondin. Scott Gemmell might be looking for an injection of energy as the minutes tick on here at Fir Park. As Bowie loses the ball, Lowry with the challenge. There is a Malta player down on the far side, but will continue to play on through Vesely. Leon King at his back, goes out wide. And he'll get the opportunity from the corner.
Yeah, I think Scott Gemmell's obviously still got good options on the bench. I think Stephen Bradley as well, one I've just seen there. I've played with him at Hibs, and he's a real player, real quality player. So you get him in the final third. He's one that can sort of open the door for you. So yeah, Scott Gemmell's still got options off the bench if he wants to change it.
A late call up to this squad, Stephen Bradley. Only given a shout a couple of days ago, along with Rory Wilson. If he gets on Bradley, it will be his first under-21 cap. Low towards the front post. Connor Barron comes away with it. Scotland had men back, so it meant there was no one chasing the long ball.
Scotland just haven't really made control in the second half, have they? They've just sort of let the Malta team get into it, and yeah, just need to be a bit more confident on the ball, maybe try and keep the ball in Malta's final third, and be patient, get the ball side to side, make the Malta players run, because a few of them went down with cramp, a few of them went down with injuries. You can see that they are tired after they've put a massive shift in tonight, so I think the more Scotland can get the ball, make them run, the easier they're going to find a chance.
Going quite direct at the moment, Malta. They are winning a couple of the second balls. Bondin. Comes back for Elul. Lowry applying the pressure. Malta able to play through it, and it is really good feet by Vassallo. Vesely. Mulligan with the foul, maybe felt he had to do that with Malta trying to get the bodies forward.
Yeah, it was really good play, sort of tight touch and be able to turn out of trouble there from the Malta players and just sort of kill Scotland's press. And yeah, I mean, it was a good foul because the Malta players were running forward in their numbers, so yeah, he felt he had to do it. I thought he could have maybe got a touch on the ball, but yeah, it was good play for the Maltese player.
Just shows what confidence could do, though. There have been a few of those nice touches from the visitors since they got that equaliser.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better in the second half. They look like they're sort of playing a little bit more freedom, a little bit like it's nothing really to lose. You can tell that. Scotland just need to relax a wee bit, and yeah, I'm sure we'll get a chance before, or maybe a couple of chances before the end of the game. Just need to take advantage of it.
Gianluca Scaberas will put this one towards the Scotland box. He actually goes for goal. Kieran Slicker will happily gather that one in.
Yeah, I don't think you're beating a keeper with Slicker's quality from there. Comfortable for the Scottish goalkeeper now. Create a counter attack here.
Bowie to Anderson. There was Mellon, who just couldn't get the telling touch at the front post.
Yeah, I think what Scotland are doing now, sort of keep Malta in their half and remain control of the ball, pick up on their balls, pick up on all the clearances that the Maltese players do, and keep the pressure on, and really keep them camped in here.
Wilson, lovely return pass into Mulligan. It's across the box. Michael Mellon stretching.
Yeah,
once again, just can't get that touch.
Yeah, you know, it's brilliant play with Mulligan again. We've really got quality passing forward and also running forward as well. You can tell these Maltese players are tired, so be able to get there, and it was a good ball. It was just unlucky. But no, it was a good pass as well. Good reverse pass from Rory Wilson as well.
Yeah, Michael Mellon in search of his first under-21 goal. Only made his first under-21 appearance Friday night from the bench. Son of Mickey Mellon, of course. Lowry to King. Can't pick out Bowie. Mulligan, who's adapted well to switching to right back, and here he is again, a marauding run into the box. Will he go for goal himself? It's cut back, and Scotland do get the goal, and it's Kieran Bowie, his fourth at under-21 level, 3 in the last 2 games. It came from really nice play from Josh Mulligan. You wondered whether Michael Mellon was going to get the touch, but once it came to Kieran Bowie, there was only one thought in his mind. He was going for goal, and clinical again from Kieran Bowie.
Yeah, it's really good play for Mulligan there. I think, yeah, you can see why Scott Gemmell put me right back there, sort of driving forward, playing forward, and yeah, real quality as well, a couple of really good deliveries. But as you see here, came here, cut it back, and it was unlucky Mellor not to get there. But listen, it's actually really, really good finish. That's harder than what it looked. He was really on the angle. I think Lowry was looking for the cutback, so the confidence for him to take that on, because if he missed, I'm sure Lowry would have let him know. But yeah, it's a really, really good finish on the angle. Bowie with the man on form with 3 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, but the Scotland players and the bench will breathe a sigh of relief. They are back ahead in this match. And what an international camp it has been for Kieran Bowie so far. Initially came through at Raith Rovers, did get 10 goals for them as a teenager before leaving to go down south in 2020. Now in his second loan spell at Northampton from Fulham.
Yeah, he's looked a threat all night, Bowie, hasn't he? He's left foot, you can tell he's got a real quality left foot, and with hitting shots, a couple in the first half, which he was unlucky with. So yeah, he's a real big boy as well for a winger. He's real big, powerful, pacey, and yeah, real good left foot as well. So yeah, he deserves his goal tonight.
Well, is this the point in the game where Scott Gemmell looks to the bench, or do you feel that they just want a bit of continuity at the moment?
I think you can maybe look for the bench, but I think what Scotland, the players on the pitch right now, need to do is still keep up the pressure. Don't think the game is done. Go for another one. They will get another chance, and keep Malta in their half. Keep them as a back 5, and make sure that they can't get out. Don't give them an interest in the game.
There did look to be a bit of movement on the bench there from Iban Bowitt as Malta win a free kick in a nice position over on that right side.
Yeah, so Scotland need to be wary of as well, giving fouls away in dangerous areas, because this is what, as we spoke about, this is what Malta will want to do. They want to capitalise on this. I'm not too sure if that was how that was a free kick, to be honest.
Yeah, Liam Morrison couldn't believe it and ended up going into the book for his troubles as well. But that change will come. Iban Bowitt, who started on Friday night, he'll come on, and Alex Lowry, who got the opening goal from the penalty spot, will make way. Was certainly a positive first half, definitely, from Alex Lowry, and here he was from the spot, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. You wonder if Scotland may well revert back to that back 3 or that back 5 for the final moments of this half. But whatever shape it is, I need to make sure they're defending spot on here. Skiberis to deliver, and it is a free header, and it comes off the top of the bar. Scotland get away with one. Mattia Vesely, head in his hands. He felt he maybe should have scored.
Yeah, that's a really big chance there. He was trying to do, hit it into the ground, and hopefully it skids off the surface and goes in the net. But it's a really good ball, and it was unlucky with the header, to be honest. He sort of had to duck down a little bit for it, but that's what we've said. This Scotland need to watch the set pieces. That's what the Malta players will be looking for, sort of to the end of the game.
Wilson does well to create the space. Wilson, and wins the corner.
Yeah, did really well. They showed his pace as well, and it was unlucky with the cutback. I could see what he's trying to do. But yeah, Scotland just need to keep the ball in the Malta half just now. Yeah, just keep it there, keep them pinned in, and don't give them any attempt to get up the other end.
The youngest player in this Scotland Under-21 squad, Rory Wilson, just 17 years old. Will be another Conor Barron delivery. Michael Mellon battling for it. Kieran Bowie can recover it. and win the throw-in. Just before that's taken, Chris, your man of the match for this game tonight?
There's been a couple of really good performances. I think Lowry was excellent, especially first half. I think Anderson was really positive in the first half as well, sort of driving at his full-back and obviously winning the penalty. But I think I'm going to give it to the man who scored the winner, Bowie. I think he's a really excellent international break. He's also scored 3 goals in the last 2 games. So yeah, I think if he scored the winner, I think you're more entitled to the man of the match.
He can definitely be happy with his few days in this Scotland camp. Kieran Bowie, 2 appearances, 3 goals, 2 man of the match awards. And it's not done yet, they'll be looking to add to that.
Yeah, I was going to say that, hopefully it's the winner.
I think it came off the head of Bowie and then on to Morrison.
Yeah, it's great ball from Barron again there. He's really got them down to a tee, sort of whipping them in, and yeah, he's created a lot of chances from his corners. He sees quality and he's got on his right foot.
Well, they've abandoned playing out from the back now, Malta.
Yeah, I think they'll just try and get the ball forward as quickly as possible, and and try to get a set piece or a corner or capitalise on a Scotland mistake.
Well, it's maybe not been the most straightforward performance for Scotland, but it still would be a big 3 points if they can hold on, or even maybe add to it. It's a nice ball across Micallef. Well, it could have been saved from going out for a corner, but it's just sliced out. Scotland will get the chance to possibly put this one in the box.
Yeah, it's obviously not been the easiest night for Scotland, especially this sort of second half, but if we can come away with 3 points here, Scott Gemmell won't be complaining. 3 points in the last 2 games, he'll take that all day long and move on to the next one.
Barron's delivery right on top of the goalkeeper, who punches away Sacco. Mullen thinks that one towards the back post, headed down by Wilson. Here's Kieran Bowie again, off target this time.
Yeah, Wilson did well there to sort of keep that alive, as well as Mullen digging the ball up to the back post, but you can see what he's trying, just couldn't get his hip up, couldn't get over the ball, and just hit underneath it a little bit too much, but not as positive play.
Final throw of the dice for Malta as well. Jake Engerer is going to come on for Gianluca Skiberis. An attacking change, as you'd expect at this late stage. And there will be a minimum of 3 minutes added to this 90, and that is a really good header from Leon King, just back into the arms of Kieran Slicker.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant from King there, showing his experience. He's played at a really good level as well, and yeah, just sort of takes the pressure right off Scotland there with a great header back. It's real cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, chances have been limited this season for Leon King at Rangers, but played a big part at the start of the last campaign. Of course, Champions League appearances under his belt.
Yeah, I think if you're playing Champions League level in the Rangers, man, I trust you at Champions League level, then you're going to be a half decent player. So yeah, he showed it. He showed it there.
Well, Mullen just kicking that one off Mulligan. Spiteri. Micallef. It's knocked down into the path of Engerer, who's told to get up by the referee. Jeremiah Mullen wasn't happy, was fouled I think once he got that pass off.
Yeah, the Malta striker was looking for that there, just looking for any sort of contact, but he did well not to dive in and just sort of stand his ground, and yeah, I don't think it was anywhere near a penalty.
Scotland will be happy if they can just keep the ball in this area of the pitch for the final minute and a half of this game. Certainly is the type of match that Scott Gemmell will have learnt a lot about his players out there tonight.
Yeah, listen, they've showed great attitude to come back in the lead here. It's, as I said, these games aren't easy. This is a Cup final for these Malta players. They've got nothing to lose. They're trying to give everything. So yeah, to come back here was really good. Showed great character from the boys.
King with the interception, and he's urging the Scotland teammates just to push up. I think the ball came back into play and hit the head of the assistant on the near side, much to the delight of some of the supporters. Leon King once again committed right to the end of this match.
Yeah, he's looked really good, King, in these last sort of 5 minutes. He's showed his fitness levels as well. He's put some shift in there and he's still able to make tackles and get about the pitch.
Vesely, who had that big headed chance not too long ago. Kieran Bowie prevents the corner.
Yeah, tremendous from Bowie there. He just sort of held him out a winger up there, just let him make the decision, let him beat him. Didn't dive in, didn't give away any silly painters, then did really well and then prevented the corner. That was brilliant play for the young Scotland defender.
Confident play from Slicker as well to come and gather, but that is the full-time whistle here at Fir Park. It maybe wasn't as straightforward and as slick as Scott Gemmell would have wanted. However, the main thing is Scotland get all 3 points. The winning goal coming from Kieran Bowie late in the game. And it was Alex Lowry that opened the scoring, but the main thing And here was really good play from Josh Mulligan, who had moved to right back at this point, still showing his attacking instincts, and so did Kieran Bowie. 2 goals on Friday night and grabbing the winner tonight.
Yeah, I think Mulligan's unlucky not to get man of the match. I think he looks really good, and especially went to right back, sort of driving forward. They look real strong, powerful, pacey, and quality as well with his right foot, as you can see here, to set Bowie up. But I mean, it's a really good finish. He's on the angle as, yep, there. I think it clips off the post as well. So it's a really good finish. It's because they're not easy.
Well, that was the story of the match. Scotland getting all 3 points at Fir Park for a second successive match. 2 wins during this international break for Scott Gemmell's side. They have 6 points on the board. Thank you very much to Chris Cadden for joining me here at Fir Park. Of course, the Scotland Under-21s, their adventure in this qualifying continues next month. They've got a double header against Belgium and Hungary. Make sure to join us then. There'll be 2 more interesting games, and of course, looking forward to that match tonight. The senior side in action at 8 o'clock away to France in Lille. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here at Fir Park.